We are here in New York City, and we have a hometown hero here in the house, Justin Trantner from Semi-Precious Weapons in the house. Very glad to see you here. Yeah, thank you for coming by, like just swinging by. And
I'm honored to be here. I'm a firm believer that rock and roll should be in the damn tabloids. So I'm always, everyone's like, oh, don't you want to
We don't use the T word around here.
Well, what am I supposed to call it? Weekly?
So your debut album is finally out. Of course, you know, I and a lot of your diehard friends and fans of New York City have known and seen you around for a long time. So tell me about that struggle and like how this came to be. Like, you know, I mean, this is like a huge album, huge label, huge tour that you're on right now with your old friend Lady Gaga, who you've toured with since she started. So you've been, you know,
her first couple shows ever as Lady Gaga were opening for Semi-Precious Weapons.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So we've been a band in New York for about 5 years. We all met in music school in Boston and then moved here. It was just kind of, New York was a lot more boring than we thought it was going to be.
It wasn't always that way.
Yeah, it wasn't. You know, all the girls want to be, you know, Sarah Jessica Parker, God love her.
Yeah.
But I wish all the girls wanted to be Debbie Harry.
Yes.
You know, so we decided to start, you know, all the musicians take themselves so seriously, and if you're fun or if you look fun or you like sex or whatever, then you just aren't a serious musician.
Yeah.
And I think for us, we all went to music school, so we had enough confidence. We're like, screw it, let's start a rock band that's actually fun.
So I guess tell me about, you know, those early gigs and like working with Gaga. How did you get to know her, and how's your friendship been? And
yeah, Gaga was a huge fan of ours. Probably one of our first fans that wasn't a friend of mine. And we had heard through Lady Starlight, who told me, you know, that Gaga not only is a fan, but is actually an amazing performer. And we were throwing this big party called Filthy Glamour, and we needed someone to open who was actually fun. And so we checked her out on MySpace. I was like, oh wow, this is fantastic. And then when I saw her live, it was so exciting because I realized it was very much, the aesthetic is so similar in that the fashion is over the top, the show is over the top, it's cutting edge, it pushes boundaries, but we're both secretly very, very serious about our musicianship. Actually, which is really crazy, today is July 8th, 2010. On July 7th, last night we played Madison Square Garden, opening for Gaga. On July 7th, 2007, she opened for us in the Knitting Factory, which in the new issue of Rolling Stone, there's a picture of her and I backstage.
Yes, yeah.
It's from that show. So it was 3 years ago.
Wow.
She went from opening us in the Knitting Factory to us opening for her at MSG.
Wow.
Nuts.
Can you believe how fast it's gone?
I can. Yeah.
So tell me, I mean, what's the tour like? It must be a big old party back there with you guys, like, because you're friends. Like, do you share a dressing room, or like, how does it go?
We don't have the same dressing room, but there's, you know, everyone that works in the tour knows that we're actually friends.
Yeah.
So me walking into her dressing room, I don't need like security clearance. I can just walk in. But it's really fun, you know. In smaller cities where there's not so much press and promo to do, we hang out a lot.
So what do you guys do? You go bowling on the spare time,
or
like
bowling in Detroit? And we love dive bars.
So yeah, what does the future hold?
I really want,
Semi-Precious,
not only for my band, but I truly want a song in the top 10. I want it on pop radio because rock and roll used to be on pop radio all the time. I really want it to be massive. We want to blow up. I want to be at MSG in 2 years headlining instead of opening.
Which, looking at your friend, it probably will happen. Well, one thing I know, I want to go bowling with you guys next time we can. I gotta see that.
Let's do it.
That's gotta be even better than the show.
Let's do it.
But yeah, thanks for coming by.
Of course, thank you for having
we'll book
me.
a lane at Lucky Strike right now.
Let's do it.
All right.